PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hey, this is James Spann. You've clicked onto the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 4th day of November. It is election day across the country. Of course, most of the attention focused on politics, but around here we still focus on weather. So let's get right to it. Really a beautiful day across Alabama today. There's a look at the sky cam coming from Demopolis. That's the view from the top of the Demopolis Civic Center. We're looking south right down the Tom Bigby River on a bright, sunny, mild November day. Temperatures well up in the 70s today. There's our Gulf Shore sky cam. Of course, all that water in the Tom Bigby flows down here. And it's always a glorious time of the year. The sun goes down over the water at this time of the year, as seen there from the Phoenix All Suites. We're overlooking the public beach. And another Alabama treasure, that's Mount Cheahaw, the Alabama's highest mountain south of Anniston. The elevation on the peak up there is 2,407 feet. And we note those nice fall colors on a brilliantly sunny November day. Around the nation, the big story is the trough that is moving into the west, and that will bring our next chance of rain before the week is over. But like we've talked about, I don't think it's going to be a big rain event. And around here, there's the visible satellite image. We actually had some morning clouds that developed over the southern and eastern part of the state. That was some Atlantic moisture coming in. Those clouds have lifted as expected. The sky partly sunny in most areas this afternoon, and pretty much the sky will be the same tomorrow and Thursday. And yeah, buddy, pretty warm out there for November. We've got 70s all the way up into Milwaukee and Chicago, 70s up into Kansas and places like that. And really no extremely cold air in the nation, but we do expect a pretty good cool down this weekend across Alabama. Here's the QPF graphic. This is the expected rain for the next 5 days, valid through Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. And this is suggesting, well, barely enough to measure, 1/100th of an inch. That's all we've got here. And again, we'll stick with our original forecast. We've all along talked about a 1/4 inch or less, and I think that's good. We'll have a decaying front coming in here Friday, the main upper support way north, limited moisture. I don't think it'll be a big deal. The better rain up in the Pacific Northwest, up on the Canadian border, and in the middle Atlantic coastal region with that persisting upper low that's parked over that region. Convective outlook. Here's the severe weather outlook for tomorrow for day 2. This is for Wednesday. A slight risk of severe weather from the Red River on the Texas-Oklahoma border north up into parts of South Dakota and Minnesota. That includes places like Tulsa, Wichita, Kansas City, and Omaha. And on Thursday, we've got a slight risk from roughly Houston, Texas, up into southern Illinois. That includes Shreveport, Jackson, Memphis, and Little Rock. But again, I don't think it's going to be a big issue Thursday, and by the time the front gets here Friday, no severe weather. In fact, basically really no serious rain event. Here's the 12Z GFS, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow. There's the upper level feature on the middle Atlantic coast, producing some rain there. The big trough out west. Underneath that, we are in between those. So it should be another beautiful day. A good deal of sunshine, highs up in the middle 70s. Thursday, we might see upper 70s around here. And we note the surface low that's up over Minnesota with a trailing front down to Fort Smith and Dallas-Fort Worth. And we'll keep an eye on that, but Thursday should stay dry. Friday, the trough axis is still west of here. The front gets closer, and we note that this model run is slower. So it looks like now maybe the best chance of showers on Friday from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. during the day Friday. Still, we don't expect a big rain event. Like we've talked about, rainfall amount should be a 1/4 inch or less, and no severe weather. And the weekend looks great. There's a look at Saturday. The sky becoming mostly sunny, cooler, highs in the 60s. And again, we think the rain will be over in time for the high school football games Friday night. And Sunday, another beautiful day. Bright sunshine with 60s during the day, will be close to 40 early Sunday morning. And Monday of next week will be dry, but hey, look at what's happening off to the west. And Tuesday of next week, that little shortwave rotates on in here with a pretty fast flow. And by golly, that looks relatively wet with a surface low near Memphis. That might even support some thunder in there. So we might have to be a little more aggressive with the ramping up the opportunity of rain on Veterans Day. That's Tuesday of next week, the 11th. And we'll go out 4 more days to the 14th. At mid-month, the GFS is very persistent here in advertising a major weather system. Now, exactly when and in what shape, we don't know yet, but that's a possibility. Negative tilt shortwave trough down beneath that. That looks relatively wet and maybe stormy. And, of course, we've seen some runs depict this on the 15th. This has got it on the 14th. Somewhere in that mid-month time frame, though, we might see a pretty good rain and storm event. And at the end of the forecast on the 20th of November, a fast, active flow across the country, and down below that, one storm is departing. A nor'easter moving off the Atlantic coast, and to get another one back across the Plain State. So it sure looks like the latter part of November will be active and potentially stormy at times, which is what you expect this time of the year. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Weather.